Heyo, this is Andrew, and welcome back to another Let's Replay of Sam & Max Save the World. This is episode 4. Abe Lincoln must die. The president's lost it. Federally mandated group hugs, a pudding embargo. What's next? Sam and Max are off to Washington to take care of this. I'm not gonna say that, otherwise he's going to get flagged or something like that. But the political climate will only get stormier, and a new power will rise. Alright, this time we're tackling the presidents. But regardless, let's hop into it. Remember, I'm live on Twitch.
I am reborn. I will feast on your entrails and devour your soul.
You know, Max, sneaking the bug into that exorcism was an uncharacteristic stroke of genius.
Demonic possession is the gift that keeps on giving.
Seriously, who let you guys in?
What? Oh, Commissioner. No, that was, Max's aunt. Yes, 14 packs a day. What's that? Yes? Yes? No! Yes? Sweet Suffering Saint Sebastian on the sousaphone in a short story by Susan Sontag. We're on our way.
Let me guess. Our friendly neighborhood demon just burnt down another monastery.
No, Max, we have a far more bloodthirsty adversary this time. The President of the United States of America.
Who?
The man's gone nuts. He's enacting all kinds of crazy new laws.
What else is new?
Federally mandated group hugs before, during, and after all major sporting events.
So?
He's curtailing civil liberties, threatening the environment.
Hey, that makes 3 of us.
And he's about to introduce mandatory gun registration.
Get the keys.
Apparently this is the only thing that Max hates in it. So, Abe Lincoln must die.
I have to point out, Sam, that we could have avoided this gruesome accident if you just let me drive.
And I have to point out that we could have avoided this gruesome accident if you hadn't jumped on my head shouting Jersey Devil, and firing your gun out the window.
I swear that woman was a dead ringer for him.
Serious question. Max, what did you do to the woman anyway?
Well, here we are, standing in an open field west of the White House.
Let's go bring the hammer down on that so-called commander-in-chief.
Alright, let's look around first. Anyway, this is commentary, so... Wow, this is a nice place. Hello. What the hell are you doing here?
Jimmy?
Oh, great! What are you guys doing here?
Oh, just saving the world. What are you doing here?
I happen to take my vacations at the White House, and I needed a little R&R. Speaking of which, beat it.
Hey, Jimmy.
Beat it.
The White House pool. Most secure wading pool on Earth.
Please do not feed the submarine. How?
Please do not feed the submarine.
What can you feed a submarine anyway?
Torpedoes?
Nothing. Weren't you listening?
Hey, my missing boxing glove!
It's always in the last place you look. Max's formerly missing boxing glove. Useful for punching things. there is a small mailbox here.
It's one of those ornamental mailboxes that doesn't actually open.
That's government efficiency for you.
Well, at least that thing got destroyed by your cars.
White paint, Christmas lights, and a small barbecue.
Everything somebody would need to renovate, decorate, and then accidentally burn the place to the ground.
Later, Max, later.
I got nothing.
Your name here. For naming rights to this building, please contact the Office of Desperation Accounting.
Oh boy, can we, Sam? Please?
We'll see, little buddy.
Translation? No. Overparking.
Valet parking, $2. Way to knock down that deficit.
Suspect yourself.
Suspect yourself.
That's so Madonna.
Hey, this phone only takes Susan B. Anthony dollars.
It must be one of those stupid 555 phones.
Yes, actually. 555-1984.
Hey, Sam, did I ever mention how I've memorized pi to 1,000 decimal places? It's 3.14159265358979.
That's way too long.
Max, do you have a piece of paper handy?
You want to write down the phone number?
I remember the number. I want to write myself a reminder to smother you with a pillow in your sleep. Nice stool.
It looks a little like a weird space creature, poised to devour the unwary mortal foolish enough to sit on it. I like that in a stool.
Post no bills.
Post no bills. I'm surprised this sign survived the Clinton administration.
Secret Service agent.
Step aside, buddy. Freelance police.
Just a moment, sir. Papa Bear, this is Super Bowl. Possible situation at the front door. Talking dog and, rabbit trying to gain access to the OO. Please advise, over.
Super Bowl?
Yeah, that's a negative on the access permissions, sir. I'll have to ask you and your little friend to step away from the White House.
Doggy Daddy, this is Loose Cannon. Request permission to pants this goon. Over.
Before we try physical violence, Max, let's try dazzling the man with our razor-sharp wit and labyrinthine logical conundrums.
Ah, emotional violence. Good plan.
Alright. Did you call yourself Super Bowl?
Did you call yourself Super Ball?
Codename, sir. I'm a bouncer. Secret Service humor.
And who's Papa Bear?
Section chief. Runs the operation. Protects the president.
Oh, Super Bowl. I get it.
I want to talk to your manager.
I want to talk to your manager.
No can do, sir. He's with the president.
Let us in, pal.
Let us in, pal. We're freelance police, here to save the president.
I thought we were here to stop the president by any means necessary.
I was going to wait to mention that part, Max.
Either way, sir, you can't get inside. Orders.
Seriously, that's
Seriously, Jack, let us in. It's a national emergency.
No can do, sir.
It's going to be tougher than I thought to trick this goon and get inside.
I heard that, sir. And it's going to be impossible.
Hey, no fair. You're not supposed to listen to casual
Why
asides.
not?
It's in the job description, sir. Report all stage whispers, soliloquies, and casual asides to the proper authorities.
Curse them! They've thought of everything.
Finest security force in the world, sir.
Well, at least they're doing something.
Don't you get bored guarding this door?
It's a rewarding job, sir. Doing my part. Keeping the president safe.
Hey, Super Bowl. I'd like you to smell these two handkerchiefs and tell me which one smells more like chloroform.
You're more likely to say, "Hey, Super Bowl, does this smell like chloroform?"
Not now, Max. Is that all you do? Guard this door?
That's my primary assignment, sir.
I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 100. Try to guess it while I drop increasingly heavy weights near your head.
What's your secondary assignment?
Varies. Receptionist, maintenance, light grounds work, public relations.
Public relations?
I'm a people person, sir.
Okay. They give you
They have you guys doing odd jobs too?
Cutback, sir. Employee Reduction and Consolidation Act of 2003. These sunglasses aren't cheap.
Hey, Super Bowl. What gauge syringe would be best for injecting you with a knockout serum? Just a hypothetical.
You really have time to do everything else and guard this door?
I make the time, sir. It's what I do.
So in short, we can't do anything with this guy. Even we try to knock him out, he'll come back to bite us in the ass again. One sec. Water. Okay, just a second here. Just. Okay, back again. Okay, where was I? Alright. So it seems I cannot talk to this guy, so...
I've had enough of this.
Papa Bear, this is Super Ball. Perp's exiting Zone 4 now. Seem disgruntled. Stay on the lookout. Over.
Now can we push him down and beat him with sewage-filled garbage bags until he runs crying into the reflecting pool?
Tempting, Max, but these Secret Service guys hold a grudge.
And definitely arrest you. Besides, if we try this way, boxing goes like this.
Assaulting armed Secret Service agents is one of the leading causes of getting yourself killed.
Yeah. Since we can't do anything, so let's go back.
Where are we going, Sam?
Back to the office.
I'll drive.
Not while I'm alive.
Exactly.
Alright. Let's have a look-see. What's he doing back here?
President appoints action figure as Secretary of Defense.
That is pretty crazy.
Well, at least it was an action figure of John Shaft.
Oh, I can dig it.
I'm not gonna comment on that.
Non-mafia-owned casino destroyed by mysterious explosion.
Thanks to Sam and Max.
Mysterious. I gave my name to reporters and even posed for pictures.
Sometimes blowing something up is its own reward, pal.
Yeah, just be glad that the toy mafia's allies will not come after you.
President spied in love tryst with Sasquatch.
I give him 3 months tops.
3 days for me.
President appoints action...
That is-
Well, at least...
Oh,
Novelty gumballs. Shaped just like the real thing, but made of inedible plastic.
fool your friends, annoy your grandparents.
Let's see what they sell. Okay, let's see what kind of shenanigans this guy comes up.
What's shaking, Bosco?
Ah, greetings, comrades Dog and Rabbit.
Really
I'm
now,
having
Russian?
trouble placing the accent this month. Mid-Atlantic states? The San Fernando Valley?
I get more of a vague Baltic vibe. Something in a light Czech pattern.
Ha ha ha! Comrade Maximilian makes the funny joke. I am Vladimir Ilyevich Boskovorsky, Russian proprietor of Workers' Glorious Warehouse of Inconvenience, no?
No.
But now, I make new start in America, which I love. So, is no need to aiming sophisticated targeting equipment at me.
Let's try later. Okay, seriously. What's that smell?
Something in here smells like fermented hate.
It's like sweaty jockstraps soaked in boiled cabbage with a dash of sulfur.
Keep it down, guys. You're scaring off the other customers.
What other customers? Max and I are always the only ones in here.
What? I mean, it's good thing. Merchandise is always available.
Coming in here is like visiting old friends.
Some of these cereal boxes are from the McKinley administration.
I carved our initials in one of the weenies, so we'll be best friends forever, Sam.
Why? Are you trying to do somehow Max's logic is, you know what, move it.
When's the last time you cleaned out the weenie rotisserie?
Needs no cleaning. Adds vintage flavor to tasty Franks.
When's the last...
Needs no...
Okay, so what's the rush in this?
What's with the Soviet bloc, Bosco?
It's perfectly natural, comrades. I work with the American government in spirit of glasnost. They know. They know.
Who knows what?
The feds, man. Uncle Sam. The government's watching us all the time.
So that's why I always feel an overbearing presence just out of my field of vision, watching and judging my every move.
That's me, Max.
Oh.
Why is the government spying on you, Bosco?
I don't know. Maybe it's because I know too much.
Just humor the poor guy, Max.
But I make new start in America, which I love. So it's no need to targeting me.
I suppose you've got some ridiculously complex whirligig to defend yourself against the feds?
It's the people, comrades. Workers will overthrow fascist regime.
What about us loafers?
All are welcome. Come their victory, workers will unite to bring downfall of corrupt administration. We will number in tens of millions.
That's a lot of Bolsheviks.
No, it's all true. Plus, I'm working on a satellite missile defense system.
You what?
Missile defense system? Isn't that more than a little bit overkill?
Yet, we are strong like bear against attack. I'm working on modifying BTAD's Part 2.
Your anti-delivery system?
That's right. It was already programmed to keep people from delivering goods to the store. So I just went into the database and changed beef jerky to intercontinental ballistic missiles.
So now anyone can just deliver a blimp load of beef jerky to your store without fear of reprisal?
A small price to pay for freedom.
Let's go to another we want to buy something joke.
We want to buy something.
Ah, it's evil but necessary private enterprise.
Do you have any?
Do you have any potatoes in the likeness of Catholic saints?
Niet.
Do you have any souvenir snow globes from the Mystery Vortex?
From Hit the Road.
Niet.
Do you have any Lobsterfots brand cereal?
Niet.
Do you have any Tagalog rhyming dictionaries, abridged?
What?
Niet.
A bridge?
Do you have any wiener cozies?
Ah, we just get shipment of those in this week. Let me look.
Oh boy!
Oh wait, did you say wiener cozies? I thought you said Navajo blankets. No, we're all out of wiener cozies.
What about those winners over here?
Do you have any Navajo blankets?
Niet.
Do you have any potatoes?
Niet.
Okay, what do you got?
What do you got?
Is most glorious invention, comrades. Is useful for, how you say, questioning.
Questioning.
Is true serum. Makes easy even the most difficult, how do you say, interrogation.
Interrogation.
Truth serum? Is this another one of your half-baked, overpriced gimmicks, or does it actually work?
Both will make anyone get rid of inhibitions and telling, how you say, complete and honest truth.
Your accent sucks. Hey, it's already working.
We'd like that truth serum, Comrade Boscovich.
Is good. Price is 867.5309 rubles.
How much is that in real money?
$100 million.
Hey, that's 10 times the amount we gave you from the last episode.
I think your rate of exchange is a little off, Boskovorsky.
Fall of Berlin Wall brings great strength to our economy.
Isn't that a little pricey for truth serum?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Bargain.
It really does work, and I haven't even tried it yet. Sam, this morning I used your toothbrush.
Results are guaranteed.
I used it to clean out my ears. This is refreshingly liberating.
Besides, I need the money to complete my satellite defense system.
I needed to clean out my ears because I'd been rummaging through...
Okay, I've heard enough.
Well, we'll come back later until we can find that kind of money.
Nothing for us right now. See you later, Bosco.
Is no...
Oh, by the way,
Hey! Ah! Stop! Watch out! Put that away! What are you doing? He is crazy, man! He will kill us all! You will be death of us all! Do not make me come over there! Hey!
okay, let's see what we... Big smokes.
Big smokes.
Don't smoke, kids. Unless you're on fire. Then it's only natural.
Priceless.
We want to buy something.
Ah!
Never mind.
What do we have here? Organ?
Oh, let-
Hot bunny?
No!
Hey, Bosco.
Yeah?
Do svidanya, comrade.
We'll catch you on flip side.
Alright, let's go the other way. Okay, let's see what Sybil's up to. I have to talk to this guy after we come back from a little rendezvous. I wonder, can I do this? Nah, can't. Stupid law physics. We got it. Something. Let's see.
Give me all you got. It's the Army's new recruiting slogan.
That's a lot better than their old one. What are you, chicken? Gonna cry now, baby?
Apparently, there's no room in the military budget for quality adhesives.
Let's take it with us. Let's take it with us. Sorry. Let's see. Symbols. Pierce no more Tekla. Dating service. Life is dating services. Love is for everyone. I haven't seen this one up here.
Look, Max. Liver and onions are still in town.
Let's go see them again and again.
Tabloid.
Poughkeepsie Man slays 3 and asparagus rampage. Mad chef killer cools heels in stir. Giant plush toy suspected in conspiracy. Poughkeepsie Man... I'm afraid to touch those. I've got half a mind to...
I think you have to stretch the whole thing, or it rips.
You baffle me some...
Okay, that cactus. Oh,
Very convenient if you haven't got a bulletin board.
yeah. Is it wise to put poster on top of the cactus? I don't know. You let me know. Anyway, hi Sybil.
Hey, Sybil. What's new in the world of frequent random career reassessment?
Hi, fellas. I'm really excited. I've found the perfect job for me.
You don't say.
That's right. I, Sybil Pandemic, am now a professional matchmaker.
I thought I smelled phosphorus.
I thought I smelled that joke coming down the turnpike, burning oil and dragging its muffler.
It's a dating service, Max. I figured that if a smart, successful career woman like me could be having so much trouble finding a date, there must be plenty of other people who could use help.
You can't get a date.
You're having trouble finding your soulmate?
You don't know the half of it. It seems like all the guys I meet are total losers. No offense.
None taken. Hey!
Or else they're borderline psychopaths. No offense.
Yeah, like
None taken. It's the borderline cases you have to watch out for.
What kind of man are you looking for?
Older men. Guys with a little history to them are such a turn-on. Oh, and tall men. And distinguished. And he should be experienced.
All right, enough already. Yes, I will go out with you, Sybil.
I thought she was
No.
talking about me.
could you find us a date?
Could you find dates for Max and me?
Seriously? I mean, sure. Why not? Stranger things have happened, I guess. They must have. Somewhere.
I'm choosing not to be offended by that.
What do we need to do?
It's easy. Just submit an application.
Before we start playing random things,
What's next on the career horizon?
Next, this is it.
that's what you said last episode.
What could be a better job than helping people find their perfect match?
Volcano God.
Good point. I'll stick to the dating business, though.
How many couples have you managed to escort to romantic bliss?
So far, none.
None is the loneliest number.
But I've got a feeling things will start to pick up after the holidays. All that stress makes for a lot of messy breakups, and a lot of people looking for romance on the rebound.
So we have something to look forward to.
How's business?
Slow right now, but those applications are going to start coming in at any moment.
We might try to do that thing, so let's play around.
What kind of stuff is on this application?
The usual. Your best traits, and what kind of person you're looking for.
Hooks for hands! Hooks for hands!
When you're done, I'll put the application into my computer, which analyzes your personality matrix at 15 essential compatibility points.
I don't have a personality matrix so much as a personality vector.
Once we've found a match, you call your date and agree on a time and place. Let me help you guys out. Tell me your good points and what you're looking for in a date.
Since all these options lead to one answer, so let's just...
I'm very spiritual.
A disciple of the Ancient Ones, enacting dark magic rituals to bring forth their reign again upon this earth. Rise, Shigarath! Rise, Abyag Solam!
You do realize Doctor Strange is not going to be amused after hearing that, right?
I lead an active lifestyle.
Always running from the authorities.
I can appreciate a person's inner beauty.
I even have my own sonogram machine.
She should have an air of mystery.
Making frequent passing mention to her time on the chain gang, but when pressed, revealing nothing.
She should love the outdoors.
We frequently lock ourselves out of the office.
For what?
She should love animals.
Such as the elusive praying mantis, whose deadly but enthralling mating rituals she mimics.
You really know how to ruin the mood, Max.
Oh, and cybernetic implants, like an elbow that can connect to the internet.
Yeah, he loves to ruin moods.
She should be tall.
At least 12 feet, or 4 meters if she's Canadian.
Canadians would like to have a word with you, Max.
That's all I can think of.
Oh, that's plenty. Now I'll just put your applications into the computer. And there it is. Max, it says your perfect match is...
Cybernetic laser eyes, oh please, oh please, oh please.
Well, that's interesting. It says your perfect match is Sam.
Disturbing, and yet somehow not completely unexpected.
And Sam, your ideal soulmate is...
Wait for it.
Max.
Oh,
Well, there goes another blow to the concept of a fair and just universe.
Hey Sam, what do you say we never ever speak of this again?
Way ahead of you, little buddy.
yeah, that will totally make the lovers for both of you, but let's move on.
See you around, Sybil.
So apparently she's on the dating service and looks for older men, so we'll come back later again. Alright, let's see. Let's see what's on TV.
My fellow Americans, we must remember to live life to the fullest and keep joy in our hearts. To that end, I have introduced mandatory psychological examinations to guarantee that all citizens meet the minimum required level of joy and goodwill.
He's like a kinder, gentler Mussolini.
My fellow Americans, we must remember to that end.
He's like a...
Hello, constituents. This is your president. When I took office 3 years ago, I made a solemn promise to help you, the American people. Now, thanks to your collective short-term memory, I can say that I've delivered on that promise. In the upcoming elections, it's important to ask yourself, do you feel safer than you did 3 years ago? Or would you rather return to the days when crazed packs of robotic hyenas prowled the street, targeting their death ray laser eyes on you and on your children?
Yeah, this is a lunatic president. Seriously, who voted and make him boss? I mean, who make him president?
As far as you know, my administration is the only thing keeping your home safe from the bloodthirsty robotic hyenas. Remember that, and God bless America. Paid for by the committee to remain in office at any cost.
I don't even want to know where that guy actually came from. And today's Oh, hey, Leonard.
It's our favorite shifty card cheat, Leonard Steak Charmer.
How you doing, Leonard?
Translation. What do you think it is? It stinks here. When are you gonna let me go? Or something like that.
Good, good.
Why are they keeping a live body there? Anyways.
Hello?
Jerk!
You really want me to shoot you?
Oh, my prosthetic gallbladder!
That's what you get for calling a jerk. Fun.
Who are you calling, Sam?
Mr. Pizza.
Mr. Pizza. 2 medium pineapple and asbestos pies, please. Oh, yeah? Well, same to you, jerk.
What'd he say?
Thank you, and have a nice day.
He's a nice person. Why are you trying to say jerk? Let's try this way.
Who are you calling, Sam?
I still remember we still had the exorcism thing, so let's give it a shot.
Mr. Pizza.
I will feast on your entrails and devour your soul.
What'd they say, Sam?
Extra toppings are $2 each, and they're out of entrails.
They really take it very, very calmly.
Who are you calling, Sam?
The White House.
The White House.
White House, state your business.
I will feast on your entrails and devour your soul.
I asked you not to call me at work again, dear. I'll be home once I finish guarding the door.
Super Bowl, you're married?
Who are you calling, Sam?
Let's try this again.
Mr. Pizza. Hello. Oh, nothing. Wow. I haven't heard language like that since we accidentally shot that sailor.
Who are you calling, Sam?
The White House.
The White House.
White House, Agent Superball speaking.
Have you checked the baby?
Have you checked the baby?
Yes, sir, sleeping soundly.
Oh, good job then.
I guess he doesn't get the joke.
Who are you calling, Sam?
The White House.
White House, Agent Superball speaking.
We've got 2 very special agents coming to the White House today. One is tall, well-dressed, and devilishly handsome, and the other is Max. Grant them full clearance, over.
Can't do that without approval form signed in triplicate, sir. Regulations.
The drawers are just painted on to make the desk seem useful.
Really
Who
not?
are you calling, Sam?
The White.
The White House.
White House, Agent Superball speaking.
Please
Hello,
hold.
please hold.
Roger that.
Our phone bill is sure going to be expensive this month.
It's okay, Max. I've been paying them out of your retirement fund.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Let's turn off the lights so we won't waste electricity bill and let's go on. Okay, so anyways, let's head back to the White House and see how
Where
it
we
goes.
going, Sam?
We're off to the White House.
Oh, boy!
Hello? Is anyone there? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hey, how's the
Can't
call?
talk now. I'm on the phone.
Sorry for interrupting.
Hello? Is anyone there? Hello? Hello? Is anyone there? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Now, a lot of these same folks will say that we're wrong for introducing this federal pudding embargo. They envy our freedom. I ask you, what have they got to hide? Unless they're secretly sitting on stockpiles of pudding, and oh yes, we will find them, they've got nothing to be afraid of. So in conclusion, America, get your back up off the wall. Dance, come on, marzipan, and good night.
It's worse than we thought, Max. He's crazier than a caffeine-addled dingo in an Adelaide maternity ward.
I think he makes a lot of good points. Those puddings are trying to steal our jobs.
They look They look very tasty.
And I especially like how he does that spinny thing with his eyes.
By the whiskey-soaked beard of Ulysses S. Grant, that's it. The president's not crazy. He's been hypnotized. We've got to snap him out of it, Max, and pronto.
How do we do that again?
We hit him over the head, like we do with all hypnotized people.
Oh, yeah.
We have the boxing glove and oh, this guy's here.
Oh, no.
Hey, don't we recognize that? Hey, I recognize that guy. Looking around.
Hands off the cameras!
It's a stack of pithy campaign slogans.
Oh, don't fool with those! Wouldn't want to be caught on national TV with my drawers down. Again.
What? What's this picture?
Are these pictures of you with cardboard cutouts of other presidents?
We're all cardboard under the skin, son.
Funny how almost anything makes sense if a president says it.
What's he even doing, actually? Okay, President, you're on arrest. Okay,
Good day, Mr. President.
We come in peace, as far as you know.
Ooh, finally! The interpreters. Where have you been?
Oh. What now?
Interpreters?
Yeah, that is why you fellas are here, right?
Sure, why not?
'Cause I got a meeting with one of them foreign dignitaries. Always talking that crazy space language.
Who are you meeting with today?
Heck if I know. They show up and start jabbering away about treaties and whatnot. I just let the interpreters figure it out. I just keep an eye on them to make sure they don't steal something or try to eat the cat.
What cat?
We're ready to start interpreting.
That's aces, fellas. But the dignitary hasn't shown up yet. Show yourselves around the office.
But don't touch nothing.
Okay, let's get back to the topic.
Snap out of it, Mr. President. You've been hypnotized.
Sure, I haven't been hypnotized. That's crazy talk.
You've got to listen to us, sir, or we'll be forced to take drastic action.
Don't talk to me about drastic action. You ever been pinned down in a drugstore parking lot by a pack of muskrat commandos with nothing left to lose? Ever had to gnaw your best buddy's leg off just so you could get his socks and put them on your own ears to fend off the enemy's deadly sonic regurgitate array?
Now that's crazy talk. I'm impressed.
I agree. Wake up, Mr.
Wake up, Mr. President.
You've never given up on anything in your life. Don't start now.
That's awful nice of you fellas, but I haven't been hypnotized.
Now do we commence with the head trauma, Sam?
What was that?
We'll have to get the president alone, Max.
Not when this guy is here.
Freelance police, you're under arrest.
You know, these are the few lines that they will definitely throw your ass out.
Freelance police? Now there's the kind of can-do vigilante attitude that makes America strong.
Finally, someone who appreciates our greater calling.
No, seriously, you're under arrest.
Seriously, you're under arrest.
Oh, you can't arrest me.
Foolish chief executive! Does he not fear us?
Trust us, Mr. President. It's for your own good.
Nah, see, it's the Secret Service regulations. I can't leave the Oval Office.
Okay,
You're still under arrest. We can get your administration back on track with just a hint of bloodshed if you'll just...
Where does the little one keep his gun?
Best not to think about it, sir.
Okay, so that's...
Keep up the good work, Mr. President.
You've got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em.
The man's a genius, Sam! I almost feel bad for doing this.
It's for the good of the country, Max.
Yeah, otherwise they're going to mandate your guns.
Hands off, boy! That's my presidential calendar.
Apparently, even U.S. presidents have mothers. U.S. Senate talent show, second place.
My finest hour.
Who's the first?
I'm not sure who this is, but he must be important. Roosevelt's boxing gloves, encased in lucite.
TR or FDR?
ER, I think. This is either an early draft of the Declaration of Independence or a crude map of Lithuania.
You know that would definitely going to get you kicked out of USA, right? It's the war room.
Looks like there are rats in the Oval Office.
Sam, you've finally done it. A straight line so easy, even I won't touch it.
This urn says Fluffy on it.
Wasn't that Warren G. Harding's nickname?
Hey, isn't this the book where Hugh Billis is selling?
These plates commemorate the core values of freedom-loving peoples everywhere.
Let's see, pie, baseball, and hot dogs.
Eating a lot and hitting things with sticks?
Exactly. Is that a Rothko?
No, Sam, it's a painting.
Sheesh.
Hi, I'm George Washington. Anyone need their nuts cracked?
Please don't make fun of George Washington.
Why not? Stop him.
Throw pillows shaped like stars. Interesting, since actual stars are shaped more like throw pillows.
Magazine?
House of Representatives and Gardens. Nice globe.
Amazing how often I need it in this job.
Eagle statue.
Take a look at that.
I love this country.
This snow globe has a little Apollo 13 inside.
What happens when you shake it?
I'm afraid to find out.
Let's not. Okay, let's talk to this guy. Chuckles.
Hey, Mac, do you work here?
What tipped you off?
We're freelance police, buddy. This is a national emergency.
And we don't appreciate your sassy mouth.
Auditions for new White House pet are down the hall.
This can only end in violence.
This guy's voice sounds familiar. Do you recognize him, Max?
Half the time I don't even recognize you, Sam.
I'm over here, little buddy.
Who said that?
You seem familiar.
Do I know you from somewhere?
Yeah, I'm that voice in the back of your head that tells you to mind your own business.
The veiled threats, the surly tone. I've got it. You're that pit boss from the Toy Mafia.
Yeah, the same pink bear thing from the from the Toy Mafia, the one that who congratulates you.
I smell a conspiracy.
You smell a nosy dog who's going to get smacked if he don't stop asking questions.
What's the Toy Mafia got to do with the Secret Service?
What Toy Mafia?
Oh, he's good, Sam.
The Orso Nostra, the sacred organization you inducted me and Max into in a time-honored ceremony.
The one that we infiltrated, repeatedly duped, and then blew up in a fiery explosion of death and property damage.
I was going to casually forget to mention that part, Max.
That's a very entertaining story, chowderheads. Now, run along and play whilst I protect the leader of our country.
I suspect foul play.
I think somebody may have hypnotized the president while you weren't looking. You, perhaps.
Very funny.
What do you do around here?
What do you do around here?
I give out free t-shirts to the visitor who asks the dumbest question of the day.
Hey, can you leave?
Please accept my
Yeah, I don't think
apologies,
that will.
but we're all out of Husky Boys sizes.
Woo! Double burn!
I thought you were on my side, Max.
I just call him like I see him, Sam.
You're the president's personal bodyguard?
You catch on quick.
We need to have a private meeting with the president. National security.
Go right ahead.
I meant private, as in wait outside and we'll call you when we need you.
And national security, as in, we need to clobber the president on the head to break his hypnotic trance.
Sam! I was like, Max!
Your gift for subterfuge is uncanny, Max.
And that's uncanny as in, you two try anything and I'll plug you.
Max, you can't do that.
You're always with the president?
Even when he's got a, you know...
Always. I never leave his side.
Your codependency sickens me.
And it sickens me in exactly the same way, doesn't it, Max? I mean, Sam.
Even I got confused with the naming.
What's behind that door?
It's a private club for people who aren't annoying me. You two ain't invited.
Should we pummel him together, Sam, or would you rather take turns?
We can create a national security incident after we've saved the president, Max. Seriously, pal, what's behind that door?
It's the door to the war room, with unrestricted access to the United States' entire arsenal of long-range missile weapons.
There's no part of that sentence I didn't like.
Then it's unanimous. We'd like a tour.
Nobody gets into the war room during peacetime. Stay away from it, or I'll have to escort you out.
2 for the war room, please.
Nothing doing.
But Max came all this way. He's been dreaming of it for years. Can you look into those big brown slits he uses for eyes and crush the lifelong dream of a childlike rabbity creature?
Even if I were moved by that kind of thing, which I ain't, this door stays locked at all times, unless we're in a war.
We'll be back.
I can.
Now, normally, if we were to exit the place, we would come back again and meet that somebody to interpret. But just for POV style, let's get in.
No one enters the war room.
No effort. We want to see.
That's it. You two are coming with me.
No, we want to see the war room.
And stay out. Now I have to get back to the president. He's not supposed to be alone.
Excuse me.
Hello.
Oh,
The hell are you even doing here?
welcome, Governor Whizzer. The president has been waiting for you.
Is anyone there?
Governor Whizzer?
Hey, who better to run a state than a washed-up, urination-loving former child star?
No one.
Hello. This is the White House. Hello.
No, seriously, how is he? You know what? Let's go back inside.
Hello. Is anyone there? Hello. Hello. Hello.
No, sir. I said soda abuse. It's a very important issue.
Was that? No comprende, son.
But I'm speaking English.
Ah, are you two fellas the interpreters? It's about time.
Yes.
Darndest thing, we just had a couple imposters in here. Dead ringers for you two.
Were they walking around examining everything and engaging everyone in pointless conversations?
Those are the ones.
Those accursed clones. When will their devilish mimicry end?
Help me out with this here potentate, would you? Can't understand a dang word.
But that doesn't make sense. I don't even have an accent.
Uno momento, por favor. Impatient little guy, ain't he?
He will definitely gonna get an ass kicking for me. That will be a total insult. Anyway, hi Wizard.
What's new, Whizzer?
That's Governor Whizzer, thank you very much.
Seriously, how are you, Governor Wizard?
What are you the governor of?
The 51st and greatest state, West Dakota. Don't you guys read the papers?
Just the funnies.
You mean the obituaries, Max.
Potato, potato.
We're a young state, but with our own rich traditions that make us a distinct tourist destination, apart from the North and South.
So how the hell are you in politics?
How did you get into politics?
I won the election. It was a very close race, but I totally won the popular vote.
Was it a runoff election? You see what I did there? Runoff? 'Cause he's Whizzer?
You're still the master of 4th grade gutter humor, Max. What were your qualifications for office?
I'm a television celebrity.
Now there's a platform I can get behind.
What are you even doing here, by the way?
What brings you to the Oval Office?
I'm trying to build up nationwide support for the MRSAPP.
Who's Mr. Sap? And why didn't you want me to know you were talking about him? I can spell, you know.
It's the Mount Rushmore Soda Abuse Prevention Program. It's totally changed my life. I've been carbonation-free for over 4 weeks now.
Tell us about the MRSAPP. Be brief.
I started the Mount Rushmore Soda Abuse Prevention Program after I became governor to help people get flat like me. But if we can't get federal funding, people all over the Dakotas are going to get right back on the pop.
I don't work 8 hours a day, 6 days a week just to throw my money away for some washed-up soda junkies with no sense of self-control.
You don't have any money, Max.
Oh, right. Never mind. Good luck with that, Wiz.
So you've really kicked the soda habit, huh?
And how? Back when I was on the pop, I was in a real downward spiral.
In Sam and Max turns, we'll help you get back to soda addiction.
That endless cycle of always looking for my next fizz, then having to take time out for number one. Then I saw that documentary about Peanut Franklin, and it convinced me I didn't want to be just another self-destructive former child star.
Peanut Franklin, the lovable star of mixed nuts who was found in a seedy Hollywood motel room dead of anaphylactic shock?
What you mean you ain't got no jelly?
Still too soon, Max.
Should you
Are you sure you wouldn't like a nice cold soda?
Gee, thanks. I'll take a... Whoa, no!
Oh, yeah!
Stay strong, Wizard. You control the bubbles. The bubbles don't control you. Stop talking about soda, will ya?
Like Coca-Cola's Pepsi.
Stop talking about the crisp, clean taste or the effervescent fizz as it pours over ice into a frosty glass.
All of it. I've been completely flat for over a month now. I can't go back to the way I used to be. I just can't.
We help you again. But okay, we're ready to interpret.
We're ready to interpret for you.
Don't tell me. The president needs the interpreter.
What did he say, Sam?
I'm speaking English. I don't even have an accent.
Can't understand a word.
See you around, Wizard.
Alright, let's interpret.
Hello, Mr. President.
We're ready to interpret.
We're ready to interpret for you.
All right, let's get this party started.
Mr. President, my fellow Americans, I come to warn you about a serious epidemic facing our country. The scourge of soda abuse. Many former popheads like myself found ourselves in the endless cycle of addiction and elimination until we believed there was no hope.
I don't know what you're saying, son, but you're selling it, boy. Good job.
I ask you, how long can this epidemic continue?
What was that?
He said,
How long can this epidemic continue?
how long can this epidemic continue?
Epidemic? What's this about an epidemic?
The epidemic of soda abuse, sir. By 2010, 4 out of 5 children will be addicted to soda, and the impact on our nation's plumbing system will be disastrous.
What was that?
The epidemic of surly, listless teens.
That is a problem. I blame those video games.
Hey!
What does that have to do with anything?
I think he's confused. Let's start again from the top.
Once again, Mr. President, the impact of soda abuse on our nation's health cannot be overstated. I ask again, how long can this epidemic continue?
Great job, great job. What do you say?
He said, how long can this epidemic continue?
There you go about an epidemic again. What epidemic?
Denying the problem won't make it go away, Mr. President.
What was that?
Okay, now we can make... Okay. the objective of this game is to actually get Chuckles out of here. So we need to do something with a little favor from Wizard, which we need to do something. But you know sooner or later. But for now, we can just do a little bit of POI or point of interest to see what he's saying. For example, like baseball field, it's sweeping the nation. Something about solar abuse, blah blah blah, whatever. I'm so cruel. Let's start with this.
Baseball fever. It's sweeping the nation.
You said it, son. The crack of the bat, the roar of the crowd. But you know my favorite part? The frosty cold sodas.
Are you mocking me, Mr. President?
Try it again from the top, Wizard.
Where was I? Oh, right. Soda abuse. How long can this epidemic continue?
Come again?
He said,
I'm gonna just skip his soda abuse line, and so at least we can just hear what he said.
how long can this
There you go.
Denying.
What was that?
Something about soda abuse, blah blah blah, whatever.
Something about soda abuse, blah blah, whatever.
Sounds like one of them touchy-feely tax and spend welfare programs.
He said, sounds like one of those...
I heard what he said. Are you guys sure you're translating correctly?
Don't blame us, buddy. You're the one with a speech impediment.
Try it again from the top, Wizard.
Where was I? How?
Come again?
He said,
Wait, before that,
how long...
There you...
Denying the problem.
What was that?
let's start over.
I think I messed up.
In Sam's defense, the governor is using a very obscure dialect known only to the cannibalistic moose cults of remote West Dakota.
I told you I'm speaking English.
Let's start over.
Where was I? Oh, right. How long?
Come again?
He said,
Prepare to die, capitalist oppressor.
Prepare to die, capitalist oppressor.
Are you trying to pick a fight with me, son?
No, I'm just trying to educate you on a very important issue.
What did he say?
Man launched the records of victory Satan. We will listen always to yourself. Don't you realize how I always loved you?
Men, launch the dragoons. Our victory is at hand.
Hold on there, son. We can still find a peaceful solution to this.
That's all we want. The Mount Rushmore Soda Abuse Prevention Program will bring peace to the lives of soda addicts everywhere.
Wizard, are you the only member in your Mount Rushmore Soda Abuse Prevention Program by chance?
Aim destructo beam at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Fire on my mark. 3, 2, 1.
Wait! I heard that! That's not what I said at all!
I must have misheard you. Let's start over.
Where, what, how long?
Come again?
He said,
Your reign of terror ends today.
your reign of terror ends today.
Those are fighting words, boy.
But soda abuse is a very serious problem.
What was that?
We will lay waste to your cities.
We will lay waste to your cities and dance upon the bones of your children.
I think I've heard just about enough.
Soda abuse is a difficult topic, sir. But if you'll just hear me out...
Beg for your life and I will kill you last.
Wait a second! I heard that! That's not what I said at all!
What was that?
It loses something in the translation. Let's start over from the top.
Where was how?
Come again?
He said, prepare.
Are you?
No!
What did he say?
That's not right.
Sam forgot that massive nuclear stockpile is a masculine noun.
What's that about nukes?
Just ignore him, Mr. President. He's psychotic.
Yeah.
Let's start over.
Where was how?
Come again?
He said,
I will save this thing for last later.
your reign of terror.
Those are
But so...
What was that?
Don't you realize?
Don't you realize that I've always loved you?
Oh, well, I'm flattered, son, but I'm afraid it wouldn't work out between us.
Yeah, I don't swing that way.
What are you talking about?
Is he taking it well? Buck up, Whizzer. There'll be other presidents.
I don't understand.
They're confused, Whizzer. Try it again.
Where was how long?
Come again?
Okay,
said-
before I get to the real objective, what's
What's a guy got to do to get a drink around here?
Aha, I know what you need. An ice cold orange sugar fizz. I swear by him.
No! That's not what I want at all! I must resist. But I am thirsty, and just one couldn't hurt.
Frosty cold and so delicious.
All the progress I've made.
Oh, you're going to drink
They
a
were
lot.
about to give me my 5-week pin.
I almost feel bad about this.
I don't have a conscience, Sam. What's your excuse?
Just don't tell anybody then.
Oh, blessed angels of carbonation, fill me with your syrupy nectar.
Ew!
Yeah, now I'm not so much guilty as repulsed.
Keep it coming. More! I need more! I need a bathroom! Which way is the bathroom?
Okay, which way to the war room is actually the correct answer, but we'll just screw around first.
Where's the bathroom?
Oh, that's easy. Go out the door behind you, take a right. It's the door with the big portrait of LBJ over it.
Wait, say the line, say the line.
Time out for number 1!
I'm sure he won't be long.
He's an excitable little guy, ain't he?
Where was I? How long?
Come again?
He said,
I need another soda.
I need another soda.
No problem. I've got plenty of soda.
Apparently this globe has infinite soda.
Yes, more! Oh, yeah! That's the stuff! I've already forgotten where the bathroom is! Which way is the bathroom?
Let's try that again and see.
Where's the bathroom?
Out the door behind you, take a right.
Where was? How long?
Come again?
He said,
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay, number 3.
Oh! I've already. Which way is the.
Which way is your bedroom?
Which way is Lincoln's bedroom?
Sorry.
You do not want to go there, son. Place smells like a mausoleum in winter. But if you really want to see it, it's down the hall to your right.
Sam, did you just make an innocent person defile one of the most famous rooms in U.S. history?
Apparently I did.
Whoops.
Where was I? How long?
Come again?
He said,
I need a fourth drink.
I need another soda.
No problem. I've got plenty of soda.
Wait. Did that thing half closed?
Yes, more!
Oh, just because I skip a lot.
Oh! I've already. Which way is the bathroom?
Hey, he's really hanging like that. Which is the Watergate Hotel?
Which way is the Watergate Hotel?
Don't know, son. I've never been.
You've never been to the bathroom?
Tricky Dick was a big fan of the place, I hear. Did horrible things there. Un-American things.
Oops, I think I translated that wrong. He asked, where's the reflecting pool?
Out the front door, right in front of the Washington Monument. Can't miss it.
That where? How?
Come
He
again?
said,
You're not getting that nobody's watching.
I need another soda.
Nope.
Yeah. Oh! I've already. Which way is the.
Which way is the reflect?
Out the front door, right in front of the Washington Monument.
How come?
I'll explain when you're older.
Where was? How long?
Come again?
Wait.
He said,
Oh, sorry. I missed that thing.
I need.
Nope.
Yeah.
Wait, I missed that thing.
Oh! Which way is the.
Okay, so you come back in, so I'm not going to go there again.
I think I messed up.
Sam forgot to decline the noun for.
I don't know.
It's okay.
Where was I? How long?
Come again?
He said,
Okay, before we send this guy to, before we send the wizard to the war room, let's.
prepare.
Are you? No. What did he?
Don't you realize?
Don't you realize that I've always loved you?
Oh, well, I'm flattered, son, but I'm afraid it wouldn't work out between us.
What are you talking about?
Is he taking it well?
Fuck up, Wiz.
I don't.
They're confused.
Where was? How long?
Come again?
He said,
This guy is just... Okay.
I need.
Nope.
Okay, let's send him to the war room now.
Oh!
I think he's
I've
been
already
taking
forgotten where the
10 or more
bathroom
sodas
is.
already.
Which way is?
Let's see. Before we do anything... Hold on. Checking... Hold on a sec. One moment. Alright, let's start.
Which way is the war room?
It's that door right over there. But I don't...
Oh, thank you.
Where do you think you're going?
I've got to get in there. Bad.
We've got a priority red number 2 here in the Oval Office.
No, it's just number 1.
Escorting the suspect to holding cell for interrogation. Come with me, sir.
But it'll only take a second. Please, let me go.
That was fun.
Okay, now I didn't catch all that. What did he say?
He says he's going... Oh, here's a translation. He says, I want to knock your ass silly.
Now it's time for some checks and balances, freelance police style. Max, will you do the honors?
Gladly.
Look it, fellas. My fingertips look like little tadpoles.
1 second. Be right back. 4 minutes. Just sorry about it. Alright. Alright, sorry about it, guys. Just back again, sorry. Need to use the restroom for. But anyway. Oh.
They just don't make these guys like they used to.
That's no guy, Max. It's a damned ugly puppet.
Ah, the drawstring in his back should have been our first clue.
Our first clue should have been the swirly eyes. But, silly me, I thought hypnotizee, not hypnotizer.
What?
Yes, an ingenious device being used to hypnotize the TV-watching public. But who was controlling him?
Gonna take days to get that smell out of the interrogation room. What? What have you done?
He was like that when we got here.
Sam did it!
So these two numbskulls managed to off the president.
It was a deep tissue massage gone horribly wrong. Ninjas!
Sam did it!
Still, ratings from the last State of the Union address were even lower than reruns of Midtown Cowboys. I didn't expect to have to replace the president so soon, but now that these idiots have forced my hand...
we're standing right here.
We can hear everything you're saying.
It's time for a leader the people will have to listen to. Agents Jackson, Burr, and DeGambe, we are moving the timeline forward. Commence phase 2 of the operation. I'll prepare the new candidate.
Not quite the reaction I would have expected from a Secret Service agent discovering two people over the decapitated body of the president.
Yeah. The Secret Service agent would definitely arrest you in real life. And put you to death sentence.
What do you think this fake body is made of? Can I keep it?
No time for that now, Max. We've got to stop the... Wait, what's that noise? Blessed scuba diving Buddha on a banana boat with cocktail onions and a map to the stars' homes.
Yeah!
They've reanimated America's most beloved president.
I always thought Taft was shorter.
Who?
Not Taft, you deficient.
My fellow Americans, I am Abraham Lincoln. As you know by now, your president was recently murdered by two mysterious interpreters.
Who are standing beside... Who is standing beside us at this moment?
But turn not to fear and despair. I have returned to guide us through this troubled time. A vote for me is a vote for Abraham Lincoln.
I'll get it!
What's that? Uh-huh. Lincoln Memorial. Right. Hydraulic motors and robotic implants. Yes. Okay. I see. We're on it.
Wrong number?
That was the commissioner, Max. If this new Mecha Lincoln wins the emergency election, the nefarious forces controlling him will have unchecked power to destroy the entire free world.
I hate when they do that.
That's why one of us is going to have to run against him.
You got to answer the phone.
Okay, fair's fair. Max, we're going to make you the next president of the United States.
Yes!
Alright. Let's see.
Who do you like in the election?
My money's on Lincoln, and Lincoln's on my money.
Clever.
There's a lot of Super Balls.
You fellas know where I can find an ammo store around here?
I've got some extra you could have. What are you packing? 45 caliber?
You're not very good Secret Service agents, are you?
We will need a rocket launchers, you know, those kind of stuff, miniguns or whatever, from GTA 5 series.
Don't you guys have something better to do than stand and watch the debates?
Cut us some slack. Our boss just got decapitated.
Who do you like in the election?
My money's on Lincoln.
Clever.
Hi, America. Remember, a vote for me is a vote for prosperity, alacrity, and the tyranny of my furry white iron fist. Thank you.
But yeah, your president.
It's the severed head of the president.
I yearn to hold it aloft and turn giant sea atrocities to stone.
You're thinking of Medusa's head.
Oh yeah, I always get those two heads confused.
What's this flyers?
It's Lincoln's campaign flyer. I want you. Honest, dedicated, over a century of experience. Abraham Lincoln is your man.
What's this cue?
It's the cue cards for Lincoln's speech. I'm glad that I've been given one more life to give for my country.
Let's see what's the other one.
2 wrongs don't make a right.
Alright, let's have the debate.
Mr. Lincoln, as a candidate for office, my pal Max would like to engage in a thoughtful discussion of the key issues.
Followed by a round of spiteful mudslinging.
I see. Well, this is a bit irregular. As you're well aware, I'm the most beloved president in history. So I just assumed I'd be running unopposed.
Oh, no, you didn't. You ain't all that.
I freed the slave.
I was star of a popular television sitcom.
I'm on the penny.
I was on TV.
Now, gentlemen, we can resolve this like adults through moderate reasoned debate.
Very well, then. In the spirit of democracy, I say, bring it.
And it's a beautiful day on the White House lawn as we bring you the first in a series of debates for this emergency election for U.S. President. In the Republican corner, we have the giant animated statue of Abraham Lincoln. And representing the Random Violence and Destruction Party, there is the hyperkinetic, rabbit-like creature known as Max. Acting as completely impartial moderator for the debates will be Sam. The candidates are ready, so let's listen in.
Alright, the options is that let's talk about issues is based on the cue card, so we can screw up his votes. The national demands family values, do you have any? And let's hear your prepared statement. So what he has to say is this.
Mr. Lincoln, perhaps you'd like to speak about the importance of family values.
Of course. A strong family unit is the rock upon which our society is built. It's easy today, in this age of your blinged-out horseless carriages and racy daguerreotype magazines, to believe that honesty and fidelity are outdated concepts. But I stand proud. I have been completely faithful to my lovely wife, Mary Todd, for over 70 years. I've never even looked at another woman.
Mr. Lincoln, could you elaborate on your...
Without a strong, honest, and faithful family, we are all nothing. I myself have been faithful to my wife for over 150 years.
Mr. Lincoln, could you...
Without a...
Okay, let's hear your prepared statement.
Mr. Lincoln, the networks are looking for a soundbite. Would you care to share a few words with us?
Thank you. This is a date that will be remembered for centuries to come. Today is the day we return America to greatness. I stand here at the steps of the White House, not above the people, but with the people. Only one man can lead the nation through this troubled time. I, Abraham Lincoln, am that man. The time to act is now. Thank you.
I said basically the same thing.
Alright, before we get to this, let's switch to Max. My fellow American, warm of the crowd.
Greetings, miserable proles. People of Earth, your day of reckoning is at hand.
Stop. My fellow Americans.
Greetings, miserable people.
I'm one you can.
I'm a uniter, not a divider. I foresee an America under one rule, an iron-fisted rule. One rabbit, one law. Let your neighbors know that dissent will not be tolerated. All hail Max. I have a dream, America. It starts out where I'm in an all-nude production of Death of a Salesman on Ice, but I haven't studied and I can't remember my lines. Suddenly, it begins to rain marshmallows, but that's okay because trees are made of graham crackers and chocolate bars are the official currency. I believe that by working together, we can make that dream a reality.
Yeah, no.
We have nothing to fear but fear itself. And the Chupacabra, Madre de Dios, he'll kill us all!
I wonder which is worse. Chupacabras or the robotic hyenas?
Greetings, miserable proles.
Time to walk away with a joke.
This election reminds me of a droll story. It seems Chester A. Arthur and the Pope were kayaking down the Amazon one day. Suddenly, a tiny kangaroo fish swims up the Pope's and lodges itself in his...
Oh, yes!
Arthur grabs the Pope's pliers and swelled up like a melon. And the Pope says, thanks! Last time that happened, McKinley wanted to... No, wait. I think I told it wrong.
Max, we got kids here.
I believe in the ideal of a global community, where America is but a small part. We must set aside our differences and work with our fellow nations, all united towards one goal: the complete and utter annihilation of the godless Belgians. I want to see a return to the prosperity of the America we once knew. A chicken in every pot, and vice versa. If elected, I promise a return to a happier time in America's past. The days when giant thunder lizards marched over the fern-covered marshes of the Midwest, preying on the upstart mammals.
Alright, let's get back to... Let's talk about the issues.
Mr. Lincoln, I'd like you to tell the voters your stand on some of the tough issues.
Very well.
Because Lincoln is always winning the cue cards, all we have to do is just present some of the questions. However, if you give the wrong one, not something that will harm his votes...
How do you plan to solve the problem of toxic waste?
Two wrongs don't make a right.
We're not quite sure what Lincoln meant by that, so it looks like, yes, the American people have decided to ignore it.
Which I don't think he's... Which this line would assume that he's joking on this and that. What you're supposed to say is this.
Where do you stand on religion and schools?
Two wrongs don't make a right.
Did we hear that right? Lincoln just came down against both religion and education. Wow, that's gotta hurt him in the polls.
Yeah, no one likes the racism. Lincoln, Max, Nader. Alright. Before we do anything, I want to backtrack somewhere first.
Where are we going, Sam?
Back to the office.
Shotgun!
The phone bill. Okay, before we do anything, let's... Oh, sorry. Wrong place. There's some place I need to go first to do a bit of POI. A bit of poi style.
Hey,
computer.
Sorry. Alright, here you go.
What's this? A new application?
Yeah, it's for a friend of ours.
Let's see. Not the Abraham Lincoln. He's tall, distinguished, loves the theater. He sounds perfect.
Which he got shot in the theaters by Joe.
That chump doesn't have half my cute, fluffy marketability.
Do you think your computer can find him a date?
Computer, nothing. This guy sounds perfect for me. Oh, but he didn't leave his phone number. Next time you see him, give him my number. I'd love to meet him.
Alright, let's make some prank calls. We need to come back there again later, so just give me a second. First off, we go here.
Who are you calling, Sam?
Sybil.
Sybil.
Hello? I am reborn.
Is this Mr. Cthulhu calling again?
I will feast on your entrails and devour your soul.
Look, I already explained. I tried to find a date for you, but all my clients are looking for someone younger. Please stop calling me.
Okay, next one.
Who are you calling, Sam?
The White House.
The White House.
This is Abraham Lincoln.
I will feast on your entrails and devour your soul.
You think you can take me, punk? I will knock your so far up
Holy
your
shit.
you'll be for a week.
It sounds like the Great Emancipator has some anger management issues.
Holy shit. You... Beep, beep, beep. Okay.
Where we going, Sam? Oh boy!
Okay. First off, let's have Lincoln have his speech first.
Mr. Lincoln, would you like to say a few words to the audience?
Thank you. This is a date that will be remembered for centuries to come. Today is the day we return America to greatness. I stand here at the steps of the White House, not above the people, but with the people. Only one man can lead the nation through this troubled time. I, Abraham Lincoln, am that man. The time to act is now. Thank you.
I've heard better addresses from the 411 operator.
Uh-oh.
What did you just say?
Hey, Lincoln! Captain Ahab called. He wants his beard back.
I'm gonna slap you silly, you little punk.
Save it for the debate, Max.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, let's take that thing back.
Where are we going, Sam?
Back.
Shotgun!
Alright, before we head upstairs. Got that thing right? Yep. First we talk to this guy. We need this.
Hey, a free home delivery sign.
The sign's not free, but oh, my book is.
Whoa, look, Max. It's our favorite cultish crackpot, Hugh Bliss.
Hi, I'm Hugh Bliss.
I want to buy something. Take my credit card. Put me on your mailing list. Anyone you want me to recruit?
You're supposed to give the Stockholm Syndrome a few days to kick in, Max.
Who has that kind of time?
What are you doing here?
What's a big celebrity like you doing on our street, Hugh Bliss?
Why, I'm spreading the great news about prismatology.
The magic and science of unlocking the harmony of colors for a revolution in holistic personal and interpersonal well-being.
Now translated into 15,000 different languages, including Esperanto. Hooray!
Hooray!
Are the books selling well?
Selling? You can't put a price on imagination. You can't sell the wonder of a daydream or the laughter of a child.
He's right. I've tried.
Are the books selling well?
Selling? You can't sell the...
He's right.
What was your book about again?
Emetics, the handbook for multicolored happiness? It's about everything and nothing at all. Oh.
What?
What's this prismatology nonsense really about?
All it is the total reawakening of mind, body, and spirit in a rainbow of true bliss. Ah.
I'm really excited.
Uh-huh. And how do we do that?
Okay. Simply focus on the orange at the core of your spirit.
Okay. No, wait. Okay, now.
Shift your consciousness to the ultraviolet.
doing that.
Mix it with the indigo of your imagination, and then let it slide down the rainbow of your hopes and dreams.
Wow, I can't believe it was so simple.
How do you stay in business?
How do you stay in business?
With the magic of volume and free delivery.
You can have all the colors delivered to your home for no green.
I don't get it.
How about magic trick?
Show us a magic trick, Hugh Bliss.
Magic is easy when the colors of your soul are...
Yeah, less chatter, more magic.
Okay, how about I disappear?
Well, your mind reading is obviously still working.
It is! Now watch me as I vanish. Except you won't be able to watch me because I'll be gone.
Alright, let's take this thing away.
Hey, a free home delivery sign.
Yep. Hey, Hugh Bliss, look, I stole your thing from you.
No can do.
Oh well.
I once hid in that dumpster to...
I still...
Alright, let's go back up here. Sorry.
Who are you calling, Sam?
The White House.
The White House.
This is Abraham Lincoln.
I, Abraham Lincoln, am that man.
What? I'm Abraham Lincoln. Is this one of those identity theft schemes I keep hearing about?
Wrong number.
Okay. We gotta talk to Sybil for this.
Who are you calling, Sam?
Sybil.
Sybil.
Hello? Abe? Is that you?
I, Abraham Lincoln.
I, Abraham Lincoln, am that man.
Oh, well, Mr. President, it's just such an honor to talk to you. I saw your application, and I was wondering, would you like to go out sometime?
This date will be...
This is a date that will be remembered for centuries to come.
Oh my, you are a charmer, aren't you? Well then, Mr. Rail Splitter, where would you like to meet?
I stand here at the steps of the White House.
At the White House. Got it. What time should I meet you?
The time to act is now.
The time to act is now.
Oh, I love that decisiveness. I'll rush right over.
I'm gonna slap you silly,
Whoa,
you little
whoa.
punk.
What? I didn't catch that last part.
I will feast on your entrails and devour your soul.
Apparently, Sergeant Bug doesn't like dating service.
What? Abe? What's going on?
See you soon. Gotta go.
Alright, let's head back to the White House. This is the best fast travel we can do.
So, to sum up, family values are the bedrock of this nation. Our fidelity, honesty, and loyalty to family is our most sacred asset as Americans.
Candidate Max, your rebuttal?
Yoo-hoo, Mr. Lincoln!
Ah, dear.
I believe we have a
Hi, Sybil.
question in the audience from someone who is not Candidate Lincoln's wife.
Oh, hi, Sam. Hi, Max.
Greetings, random harlot.
Abe, I'm here. Are you ready for our date?
What? I've never seen this woman before in my life.
But on the phone, you sounded so eager to meet me.
Listen to me, America. I did not arrange a date with this woman.
Oh, so she's good enough to fool around with, but not to date.
Whoops.
Mr. Lincoln, I can't believe you're doing this to me.
See what a dramatic writing. Family members are... Wait. Oh shit, never mind. 50%, 90%, neither got 11%. Well then. Alright. Don't mind me putting the sign.
Give me all you got.
It's time for we turn you over.
Yeah. Okay, let's go for it.
How would you describe your tax plan?
Give me all you got.
And candidate Lincoln has proposed one shocker of an economic strategy, which even Democrats are calling a trifle excessive. That had to have hurt him in the polls.
Alright, we need 1 more percent. No, 2 more percent to beat this guy. Alright, last one.
Free home delivery. Contestants, it's time for our lightning round. Mr. Lincoln, I'm going to name some of the tough issues facing our country today. I'd like you to sum up your stand on those issues in a few concise words.
Well, all right. I'm afraid this will have to be completely off the top of my head, as I have nothing prepared.
Hey, how do you plan to solve problem toxic waste?
How do you plan to solve the problem of toxic waste?
Free home delivery.
Ooh, an effective but very controversial proposal from candidate Lincoln. And the crowd did not like that idea one bit. Let's see how it affected the polls.
This is not Springfield, but oh my god. Let's see, Lincoln got 30%, Nader got 31%, and Max got 39%. Wow, who are the 39% people?
The results from the emergency election are coming in. And it appears that former sitcom star Max has been elected President of the United States.
Extra, it's election day. Voters make best of horrible situation. Whoops.
In an unprecedented show of bipartisan solidarity, all of the country's political parties have desperately asked for a recount. Let's cut to the White House lawn to hear candidate Lincoln's address.
You've got to be f***ing me, you idiots!
He took the news much better than expected.
Democracy? I will make you all my hypnotic slave!
Oh, hold on a sec. Wait. Regarding about that flag up there, don't tell me it's because the reason why there's an additional star there is because of the West Dakota thing. Jeez, Wizard, what the hell have you been doing?
Max, that robotic Abe Lincoln will enslave the entire East Coast if we don't stop him.
Who cares? I'm the president of the U.S. Let's go bomb someone into oblivion.
Not just anyone, Max. Abe Lincoln must die.
Yes!
Okay, we need to get this guy. Come on.
Lincoln, get your ass here. Where are we going, Sam?
After that rampaging Lincoln.
You're going down, Abe!
Well, he wasn't hard to find.
Just had to follow the trail of broken campaign promises.
That's pretty profound for a high-speed car chase, Max.
I like to think I transcend genre conventions, Sam.
We have you surrounded, Abe. Pull over and let's discuss this.
Lincoln smash!
Yeah,
He's a testy little emancipator, isn't he?
He's still pissed.
Abraham Lincoln, you sit down and behave yourself right this minute.
I will destroy you.
Calm down and maybe we can find you a good cabinet position.
Unacceptable!
Just as well, Max. It would cost a fortune to feed that guy.
I thought it's a robot, not. Oops, sorry. Get away. Wee.
Well, you found the one thing he and I agree on. He's a testy. It's Lincoln we need to stop at this point.
I know we need to get rid of Chuckles.
The bullets have no effect!
He's made of marble, Max, and fueled by rage.
Okay, there's no point we can take him out.
Where we going, Sam?
Back to the office.
Hey, maybe we can ask Sybil to help out how cool him, even though she's still pissed thanks to our stuff. Hey, Sybil.
Hiya, Sybil. How are things in the world of computer-generated romance?
Oh, I'm not doing that anymore. Can you believe that guy? Never mentioning that he was married? Men are such self-centered jerks.
Preach it, girlfriend!
So you changed careers again?
Yeah, now I'm running a dating service.
Come again?
A carbon dating service. I bought this astoundingly useful machine that tells me how old things are.
I usually just cut them in half and count the rings.
There's a reason you're not invited to birthday parties anymore.
I wanted a fresh start in a new career to get my mind off that fiasco with Honest Abe. This wasn't my first choice, but I got a good deal on the carbon dating equipment online, and I couldn't afford to change my sign.
You're having financial problems?
I'm afraid so. After my public humiliation with Lincoln, all the applicants for my dating service demanded their money back.
I thought you don't have any.
Not to mention all the money tied up in pending litigation with the clients who watched Max's dating video.
Wait, what?
I stated very clearly up front that viewer discretion was advised.
Believe me, I would love to just close up shop for a while and take a vacation. Forget about Honest Abe and all the lawsuits.
It was a wardrobe malfunction!
But unless I get a major windfall, I have to hope the carbon dating business takes off.
How does
carbon dating work?
I don't know. Something about carbon-14 and half-lives and radiation.
I'm impressed with your detailed scientific knowledge. Very professional.
That's the beauty of it. I don't really need to know anything. I just aim my little machine at something and it tells me how old it is. Allow me to demonstrate. This tiki is... oh my gosh! It's 2,000 years old! This is fantastic!
Old is good?
Absolutely! I can have my office put on the National Register of Historic Places. I might even get a grant. I'd be rich!
Since Mac's president, we could do something at the office. I mean, not the office, I mean the wash...
Can we borrow your carbon dating machine?
No way! That machine is still my only chance to take care of my money problems. Unless I get a grant, since I'm now on the National Register of Historic Places. There's no way I'm letting it out of my sight.
We need something.
Who could possibly need a freelance carbon dating service?
Plenty of people! Freelance archaeologists, independent historians, rogue paleobotanists.
It's also naughty fun for your next bachelorette party.
And now that Antiques Thunderdome is getting so popular, business is bound to pick up.
Antiques Thunderdome? The show where common everyday people bring random junk from around the house to a giant steel cage match and engage in a no-holds-barred appraisal to the death?
That's the one. Now everybody's convinced they have some priceless treasure in their attic, and their home will be declared a historic monument.
I see. If Max allows it.
See you around, Sybil.
Alright, before that, I think I did make a mistake that I had not checked the TV for POI point interest. But let's see what Max has to say on TV. Right, here we go.
Greetings, subjects! Some of you have written in to suggest that we abandon this petty vendetta and get back to the business of running the country. If we do this, then the giant mechanized Robo-Lincolns will have already won. So how about you just do your jobs and stop telling me how to do mine?
What, Max?
Greetings! Some of you have written in to suggest if we... So...
Anyways...
Who are you calling?
The White House. There's no answer.
Sybil.
Sybil.
Hello?
Hey, Sybil, just...
I have to keep this line open.
Sorry. Alright, let's go back to the White House. You could do something at the White House. Yeah, now the mission is to get Abe Lincoln done, but I'm surprised that nobody cares.
Where we going, Sam?
Anyway, the White House.
We're off to the White House.
Oh boy!
Finally, Mr. President, you're here.
That's the president? People will vote for anyone these days.
Obviously.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means... Never mind.
Look, Max, all the soda poppers are here.
I don't have time for foreign dignitaries. Check out all the cool stuff on my new desk.
It seems these three are having a scuffle. Let's see before we do anything.
Look, Max, it's our old pal. Look, Grand Imperial Warlord Maximus Optimus, keeper of the Seven Keys. It's our old pal, the former Child Star and Embarrassing Idol semifinalist, Peepers.
That's former Child Star and Embarrassing Idol semifinalist, Governor Peepers.
You're a governor too?
You're a governor too?
That's right, I got North Dakota.
North Dakota, the leftover state.
That's going to be an insult.
I thought it was North Dakota, still warmer than Saskatchewan.
Hey, be nice. We've got a rich and varied history.
North Dakota, hope you like snow.
North Dakota, come climb all over our big white butte.
Hey!
Sorry, I got caught up in the moment.
What's there to do in North Dakota?
Plenty! Snowmen, snow angels, snow forts, snowball fights, homemade ice cream, and of course the majesty of Mount Rushmore!
Wait, that is in South Dakota.
That hasn't been decided yet.
Right, I spoke too soon.
What business do you have in the Oval Office?
We need the president to settle custody of Mount Rushmore!
Max has the presidential pen. Somewhere.
Just tell me where to sign.
Great! The problem is solved! But seriously, if you guys see the president, tell him we're waiting!
But Max is the president. Don't you guys watch the TV?
Max really is president now.
It was in the papers.
We haven't been watching the news back in Fargo. We've been so busy with the arms buildup.
What was that?
Did I say arms buildup? I meant Winter Paradise Toboggan and Scrapbooking Jamboree.
You mean you're trying to go on the wall?
Can't we all just get along?
We can if we all just keep quiet and avoid another incident.
Honesty is rarely the best policy. All us presidents know that.
So long, peeps.
Alright. Specs.
Hey, Specs. Max, you remember most omnipotent exaltedness Max Sama, overseer of the 9 cosmic planes. You remember Specs, the other soda popper.
We vaguely recognize our loyal subject.
What are you guys talking about?
Kiss the ring.
No.
What? No.
Sing your theme song.
Sing your theme song for us.
No, I don't sing that anymore. I want to be respected as more than just a beloved TV celebrity.
If it makes you feel better, you were never really that beloved.
Sam and I always watched your show with detached irony.
And making jokes.
What business do you have with the president?
We're here to get federal resolution on a dispute.
It wouldn't be a dispute if you...
If I what?
Nothing.
Awkward.
What have you been up to?
Winning an election. I'm now the governor of South Dakota.
Hey, just like Whizzer.
No, not just like Whizzer. I was the first one of us to run for office.
Like you invented it. You just... forget it.
Later, Specs.
Okay. Let's talk to Whizzer. Oops, sorry.
Hi, I'm George Washington. Anyone need their nuts cracked?
Please don't make fun of George Washington.
Oh, not you too, Max.
Welcome back, Governor Whizzer. Here to give another demonstration on soda abuse?
Or another drink?
That's not funny.
Why should your state get Mount Rushmore?
Because they just want it for tourism. But my plan will save lives.
But it is meant for tourism. What's your point?
It'll become a monument to soda abuse prevention. people will realize that just like Washington, Jefferson, Roosevelt, and the other guy, they too can overcome their crippling addiction to carbonated beverages.
George Washington never had a soda addiction.
Why do you think he needed false teeth?
Why not divide it up equally?
That would never work. It's not even.
Each of you could get a third of Roosevelt.
I want the mustache.
I wanted the mustache.
Okay, Max gets Roosevelt's mustache, Specs gets the glasses, Peepers, you get an ear and both nostrils.
That just leaves me with the forehead.
All right then, Whizzer, we'll throw in Crazy Horse, but that's my final offer.
It's not even finished.
This will never work. It's just like last time.
How did West Dakota become a separate state?
The three of us ran for governor together. We got along so well during the campaign, and we were all such former TV celebrities that all three of us won. The voters realized they'd elected 3 governors for only 2 states. That's when the unpleasantness began.
What was the unpleasantness?
We fought for a long time about how to divide up the states.
There was almost a war.
But we divided everything up fairly and all agreed that Mount Rushmore should be in the South.
We did not! You!
I what?
You! Oh!
Thirsty?
Yes! But you're not going to offer me a soda, are you? You know I can't resist them.
We wouldn't do that. We've got, let's see here, orange soda, cola, grape soda, pop, some more orange soda, and tea.
And Coca-Cola and Pepsi or whatever we can.
Tea, please.
We're all out of tea. Soda?
Why are you doing this?
Alright.
Stay dry, Whizman.
Alright, let's try to go to the war room and see. Oh great, you're back again.
Stand aside, pal. The president needs to get into the war room.
I'm afraid that's not allowed, sir.
Perhaps you didn't hear our advisor. We would like to see our war room.
No can do, sir. Orders.
Let us in the war room.
You can't tell the president what to do. Let us into that room.
Just following orders, sir. No exceptions.
We are most definitely not amused.
Until I hear from Chuckles, my superior officer. I'm to guard this door.
Your superior officer is riding on the shoulder of a 20-foot-tall Abraham Lincoln statue that's destroying Washington.
It's covered in the contingency plan, sir.
Apparently, I don't think we can ask him for vacation.
We'll be back.
Roger that.
So how about we... What's this? Ribbon. Sorry?
It's the Secretary of Presidential Whimsy ribbon. Looks like Max can use this to appoint someone as an honorary cabinet secretary.
Alright. Let's try to give...
Hey, look, Max. It's the presidential discretionary budget. You have $100 million to allocate however you want.
What a delightfully random and convenient figure.
We can give it to Independence Hall, the Alamo, the Statue of Liberty, or Symbol of Mandela Office. Anyway, before we go back...
It's the official United States calendar.
12 of the hottest Supreme Court justices in their skimpiest, naughtiest swimsuits.
Even better, Max. You can actually change the official date.
Oh boy!
Alright. Now, the correct day is the Secretary Day, but let's BS around first.
We declare today, April 1st, the first day of Sam's indefinite lockup in the dank dungeons beneath the White House.
What? I thought we were pals, Max.
April Fools!
You?
Oh boy! Oh boy!
Beginning of pass.
We now declare today, April 3rd, the beginning of Passover. Shalom! Let my people go! Oh boy!
Easter Sunday.
We now declare today, April 8th, Easter Sunday.
Cripes, we'd better start hiding eggs on the White House lawn.
Already did it, Sam.
Max, are these the eggs that are made of metal and shaped like a pineapple and have a pin in them?
Wait, are you putting grenades?
Don't be silly, Sam. I took the pins out first.
Trying to kill people. Really now?
Oh boy!
What day?
We now declare today, April 22nd, Earth Day.
People of America, take this day to ignore all practical concerns and devote all your attention to one day of crackpot extreme environmentalist activism, which you'll forget about for the rest of the year.
People of Berkeley, California, keep up the good work. Oh boy!
How about it?
We now declare today, April 27th, Arbor Day.
Everybody go outside today and hug a tree.
Hug nothing. This year I'm hoping to get to second base. Oh boy!
Alright, let's put here.
We now declare today, April 26th, Secretary's Day.
That's supposed to be Administrative Professionals Day.
Wow, Sam. When I picked you for vice president, I didn't know you were such a politically correct bleeding heart liberal.
All right then, Secretary's Day.
Alright. Now we can try to kick this guy out.
Max, I mean His Excellency El Jefe Maximilian I, Intimidator of the Realm, has a special surprise for you. Better get those handkerchiefs ready. This could get sentimental.
Agent Superball, we have decided to reward you for your excellent service to your country, for your unwavering commitment to preventing us from being where we most desperately needed to be, for your unerring devotion to being a constant hindrance in our task. For all these things and more, we now dub thee Superball.
Secretary Michi, Secretary Minister's Guests, Emerson, Secretary Interior, Secretary charging the gun in the window.
Secretary of the Interior.
We already have one of those.
Oh, exterior?
We have one of those too.
Fine, Secretary of the Posterior. So we have spoken, so it shall be.
All hail Max.
I'm overwhelmed, sir. I don't know what to say.
Now run along to a cabinet meeting.
I'm afraid I can't do that, sir.
You've got to be kidding me.
I still have my orders.
Hey, Soups. Secretary Superball, the president...
Two people of the... We know what you've been doing. Hugs, your nuclear arsenal...
Did you get all that?
No pencil, sir.
No pencil. Okay, take a vacation.
Today is Secretary's Day. You have to take the day off.
It's the law!
A vacation? Permission to weep openly, sir.
Not just granted.
The forces of bureaucracy win again.
I love this country.
Okay, let's set back the calendar before shit happens.
Oh boy! People of Earth, we have now...
Mark your cal...
Alright. Let's try to find a way. Where are we going, Sam?
Back to the...
Shotgun!
I hate backtrackings. But okay, I think we're going to make this quick before the lightning kicks in. So, I think we have to cut the POV and hit strength. Okay, since earlier just now I said Bosco about the Venus.
Sybil left the door unlocked. She's probably living it up on some tropical island on the taxpayer's dime.
I bet she's getting abducted in some sleazy nightclub, forced to do unspeakable things for a power-mad despot, before narrowly escaping his volcano-top lair with only one of her kidneys left.
Don't be such a pessimist, Max.
Sorry, Sam. It's just no fair. We're stuck here working, and she gets to have all the fun.
Oh, you don't need to worry. She's going to be very upset. Her money's
It's Sybil's
gone.
carbon dating.
Oh, you're going to... As I was saying, she's going to be very upset when we transfer her money to Bosco's. Yeah, we're going to do something about it. Just miss it. Oh, wait. POV time.
Hey, Hugh Bliss! Guess what? I'm the President of the United States!
Hi, I'm Hugh Bliss.
Bling.
Oh, Mr. President, please, do not execute me.
Oh, we won't. We just need something here first.
Well, Bosco, by my readings, these weenies date from the early Cretaceous period.
It's a special bargain for you. Still tasty. Handfuls today only.
You don't understand. Your store is now a National Historic Place. These weenies are valuable artifacts.
Really? I mean, of course. And preserving heritage of my people. Just how valuable are we talking about here?
We'll get back to you on that.
Oh, I don't know. Sybil's money. We'll be right back. Alright, head back to the White House. This is gonna be long. Yeah, I would say that is it.
Where we going, Sam? Oh boy!
The only downside is we have to go backtracking a lot. Alright, hey Sybil, we need to take back your money. We need to give it to Bosco.
Hello, Comrade Bosco.
Hail to the chief. I don't know how you guys did it, but I just got a huge check from the government.
You earned it, Bosco. It's not easy to perfectly preserve weenies that predate the discovery of fire.
Not to mention the teeming microcosm growing in the bathroom. We're considering making it a national wildlife preserve.
Now I can finally finish my satellite defense system.
So, we can have the truth serum?
Sure. Let me dig it up from the labs.
This is a bottle of vodka.
Vodka
But it
really
works.
now?
Trust me. Get a couple of shots of that in somebody, and they'll tell you all their secrets.
Thanks, Bosco.
You know, I think this guy takes us for suckers. In real life, we already have punched this guy in the face. Anyway, let's go back to the White House again. Before that, I forgot to check. How old are you?
That's weird. It says his age is burnt sienna.
That is weird. He doesn't look a day over taupe.
I don't want to know how old that is.
Where we going, Sam?
We're off to the White House.
Oh boy!
Alright, now then. Before that, let's put our national budget back. Sorry, Bosco. It's not for you. Need a drink?
Care for a drink?
No thanks. I'm on an all-carb diet. No liquids.
Oh, how about you, Specs?
Care for a drink?
Thanks, but I'm not thirsty.
Either way, how old are you guys actually?
It says Peepers is 34 years old. Says here, Specs is 35 years old.
And still in short pants. Sad, really.
Whizzer's 35 years old.
You're never too young for adult undergarments, Whizzer.
I wouldn't need them if people would stop giving me sodas.
I don't want to know how.
Well, we can give you
Care
this.
for a drink?
It's soda, right? You brought more soda.
Sure, why not?
It's vodka.
Wow! That's got more kick than the other ones. Thanks, Sam and Max. You guys are my best friends.
Now can we get back to the deliberation?
What's the point? You still think Peeper's idea is stupid.
Stupid? You never told me you thought my idea was stupid.
You said your idea of adding Herbert Hoover hugging the four other presidents was the stupidest thing he'd ever heard.
Well, it is. Hoover wasn't even a president, which means he certainly wasn't the most loving of all the presidents. Well, at least I didn't suggest putting a parking garage in George Washington's forehead, like some four-eyed freaks I know. You big... Of course you realize this means war! War!
Oh shit.
War!
Ah, dear.
What's this I hear? What wondrous thing is this? The DEFCON klaxons ring, a flashing light, or there's just me. War. Oh, what is it good for? What is it good It's for? Good for you. Good for you. It's good for me. Oh, war. What is it good for? What is it good for? It strengthens the economy. It shows the world that we've got stones. And with fighters wrong, rodeo war. Oh, what is it good for? What is it good it's for? Good for you. It's good for.
Oh god, this thing is this is so long in so many ways.
It's the cat's the Here we go! War. Oh, what is it good for? It's good for you. It's good for me. Oh, war. Oh, what is it good for? Oh, it strengthens the economy. All lengthy battles and incumbents dream. Cause it can't and so much more. We celebrate the joys of war, war, war. For bombs and guns, and so much more. We celebrate the joys.
Hey, let's hit him the wall. Wow.
These must be for the Joint Chiefs and other quasi-important hoo-has.
Nice screensaver.
Look, Max, and the White House garden pond. It's Jimmy Two Teeth.
We often allow lobbyists to use the pool, Sam.
Jimmy's a lobbyist now? What's he lobbying for? Cheese interests?
Affordable health care for the aged and underprivileged, Sam. He's a lot more multifaceted than you give him credit for.
Hey, this is
Where we going, Sam?
Oh.
No place. Never mind.
Oh, here's a shortcut. I did not know.
The Civil War in the Dakotas seems to be escalating, Max.
Let them thin out the overpopulation of moose and strip malls for a few weeks, and then we'll step in.
What?
It looks like Bismarck has fallen militia.
Oh no! We'll wipe out the country's crucial snow and slush reserves.
Your compassion for your people is heartwarming, Mr. President. There's a growing insurgency around Fargo to repel the South Dakotan occupation.
What a senseless waste of human life. Hey, do you think these screens get cable?
There's a growing
What a Hey, do you think...
There's a growing...
Hey, do you...
It's a plate of fancy cookies.
For the discriminating general with a sweet tooth and a taste for vengeance.
Hey, there's gourmet coffee. In case the idea of war makes you insufficiently jittery.
I'm plenty juiced just being in here. Let's blow stuff up.
Looks like a remote homing beacon in the frigid Antarctic.
So peaceful. So serene.
Want to blow it up?
You have to ask?
Well then. Antarctica. Find a hole.
Dinner special tonight? Penguin flambe.
Who would have suspected the Washington Monument is really a self-replenishing supply of intercontinental ballistic missiles?
It's good to see it used for something more useful than corny innuendo for once.
I wonder if this will have a significant impact on our delicate ecosystem.
Absolutely. My ego is bigger already.
Alright, next place.
The homing beacon to the Kremlin doesn't seem to be working. It was probably turned off in the spirit of Glasnost.
More likely those lazy commie bastards forgot to change the batteries.
Lazy former commie bastards, Max. It's the distant, peaceful world of Krypton.
They mock us with their utopian society of crystal cities and absentee parents. They must be exterminated!
Alright, find the hole.
This'll teach them to put me in the Phantom Zone.
You're not really
You will
be in
bow
the
down
Zone.
before me!
Wow, that took too long.
Aw.
Better pull up a chair, little buddy.
Alright.
Well, what do you know? Bosco was right. The government really has been targeting his store for destruction.
Won't he be glad when we tell him?
What do you say we keep this to ourselves, Max?
You're right. We don't want to ruin the surprise. Attention, Bosco shoppers. Clean up in aisle everything.
What the hell? Oh.
Would you look at that? Bosco's satellite defense system actually works.
Well played, Bosco. You're safe. But for how long?
Beacon destroyed. Yeah, I think there's some sort of glitch, but oh well. Alright, let's go. That's a done set.
Where we going, Sam?
Back to the office.
If I know there's a shortcut, I could. So there is a shortcut. I didn't know there was a freaking shortcut here. Alright, let's head here. Alright, let's check.
Look, stuck to the camera. That must be the homing beacon for the intercontinental ballistic missiles aimed at Bosco's store.
What was that?
He said, that must be the best price on baby wipes I've ever seen.
Alright, let's
Where we
head back.
going, Sam?
Not yet. Let's go to chase down the Lincoln.
After that rampaging Lincoln.
Yes!
Time to stop this thing here.
Nice toss, Max. We'd better act fast before he manages to knock off the beacon.
Or choose his own back off to escape. Where we going, Sam?
The White House.
We're off to the White House.
Oh boy!
Targeting computer.
Looks like the targeting beacon is still stuck on Lincoln.
This is a pretty impressive temper tantrum, Sam. At this rate, he'll have enslaved all of D.C. and most of Baltimore by tomorrow morning.
Egads, you're right, Max. Still, I think we should stop him.
We haven't got anything better to do.
Final!
Mr. President?
Don't mind if I do.
Quick, let's go.
Shouldn't we revel a little?
We don't want to miss this.
You'll all do my bidding. I am the most powerful presidential monument ever created!
Dead.
Whee! That was better than feeding laxatives to pigeons on parade days.
We broke 2 presidents in one afternoon.
A personal best.
Well, it looks like the country is saved, at least from mass hypnosis. What do you want to do now?
Let's abuse my powers as leader of the free world to squeeze the middle class until they're burning their own shoes for heat.
Sounds fun, but I was thinking we could treat ourselves to some chocolate-frosted gut bombs and then have a little target practice down at the Smithsonian.
Sam, you're my best friend.
Agent Chuckles, report. Query status. Lincoln Gambit, 4-7. Query not acknowledged and acceptable timeout parameters. Error. 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 Error.
Alright, that's it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoy you watching it, and sorry for the little hiccup earlier. And I see you next time. This is Andrew, signing off.